Tuesdays, come and see. Tech for learning, it's the key. Join the fun, share your smile. EdTech Tuesdays, stay a while.
I was just going to introduce Val and everybody. Welcome today to our EdTech Tuesdays. That's what we're going to call our Tuesdays this year. Val's going to go over MagicSchool AI, all his favorite tools today, and make sure that you register on the PD system and sign in with the remote check-in code PSJA Tech. And sign into the Nearpod so you can follow along with the session. But at the very end, there is a time to climb, and that's how we're going to determine door prizes this year. So you do have to play the time to climb at the end in order to win the door prize. And the winner of our time to climb will be the lucky door prize winner. We're going to try that out today. So Val, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Debbie, for the great introduction. Just to let you know, like Debbie was saying, we are using Nearpod and we're promoting it because we still have Nearpod for this year. And at the end, we will have that time to climb. But if you log in right now, you can go slide by slide what we're going to be discussing. So let's start. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite MagicSchool tools. I selected 10, and they are the following. And you can see I have them on the top of my screen on MagicSchool. And I have the rubric generator, YouTube video question, YouTube video summarizer, text translator, choice board, math story or word problems, image generator, multiple choice quiz, text leveler, and text scaffolder. We're going to go a little bit into detail into each of these, and I'm going to kind of like put them two together. So we're going to be seeing two at the same time. The first two we're going to be discussing is going to be the choice board UDL and the rubric generator. So let's go into MagicSchool, and if you don't know how to sign into MagicSchool, the easiest way to do it is just go magicschool.ai. You will click on login, and then you will log in with your Microsoft or your Google account. Just to let you know, we still have Enterprise, even though we shouldn't. We had a preview, and it's still available. So go ahead and still use the Enterprise features. Now, the only difference of the regular MagicSchool will be that you will not be able to export it into Google Docs or Microsoft documents, as well as you will not be able to see more than 5 or 6 of your history outputs, and the automatic post prompting will not show up. But we're going to be using these this MagicSchool tools, and the first one we're going to be talking about is a choice board UDL. We're going to be using a lot of the curriculum that is already implemented by elementary. So I'm going to be grabbing YouTube videos, and I'm going to be using also some passages that they created. So let's start with the choice board URL. As you can see, like I said, you can see it in the favorites. You can change your order if you want. But one of the things that tells you that little star, if you see it in yellow or gold, that means that I selected as favorites. If you don't have any selected as favorites, then your tools will start right here at the bottom. You can search tools right here at the top, but once you select this tool and you make it favorite, it will show up at the top. And that is how I selected my favorite tools. Let me go to choice board. And the first thing that you can see is that it tells you what it is, and you will create a choice board for student assignments based on the principles of UDL. You select the grade level. You can put the learning goal, the standard or objective, and you can add additional detail. So I'm going to use this exemplar just to do the choice board, and it will tell me right here that is asking for 7th grade, but I'm going to bring it down to elementary. Let's do 3rd grade, and well, let's do 7th grade just for the people that are here already. And then it will select the mitosis choice board, and it gives you these assignments already. So I'm going to just generate it again so we'll have a clean slate and not all the other responses that I had in the past. And it gives you can create a comic strip, you can create a model, you can do a video presentation, a mitosis song, a game, an infographic, a storybook, flashcards, or quizzes. Now this is great and awesome, but I will post prompt in here, and I'm going to ask it to give us more detail into, can you please provide me with the 7th grade TEKS that applies to each of the choice board options. So in here, it adds another column, and it tells you which 7th grade TEK is going to be utilized or asked in each of the assignment titles. This will give you more benefit for you to know what you're going to be discussing and additional TEKS at the end as well. So now we have this already, and I'm going to be going back into the Nearpod and look at the rubric generator. So in here, one of the things that you can do, you can copy and paste. So by copy and paste it, if we don't have the enterprise version, that's still the free version that you can do. So I'm going to grab it here and copy it. But if you still want to export it, you can export it to Microsoft Word and Google Docs while we have enterprise only. So I'm going to export it to Google Docs so we can see the table in there. So I guess this is a premium version that we only get because we have the enterprise right now. If not, you will just do the copy and paste part. So I'm going to have right here, I'm going to go back to my tools and leave this one open, and I'm going to go to the rubric generator. So I'm going to use this one already as in there, and I can provide all the information in here, or I can just put the assignment description. So in here, I can paste it, which it doesn't look really nice because it's not as a table. But if I save this, and I save it as a copy, actually I wanted to download it as a PDF. I'm going to download it as a PDF. If I upload it in here, then it will be a little bit more formatted. So then it erased everything else that I pasted. We said it was 7th grade. The rubric generator, let's say 5-point scale. And I'm just going to put Texas TEKS for science. You can be more specific with the TEKS that you're wanting to achieve, and just put them in there as well. And is there anything else that we want for the rubric generator? You can provide, oh, we can always post prompt. Let's just generate it and see what comes up. So we'll read that on title, the criteria. It will give you all the information in here, but I really don't think much information of it's just the whole rubric. So I'm going to edit the prompt, and I'm going to put in here, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to put again the upload, and I'm going to put here on Untitled. And in here in the customization, I'm going to add, please provide a rubric for each of the choices of the options on the choice board. And I guess I said 5-point scale, so I'm going to do that again. Now, Texas new science TEKS. It didn't give it to me as I wanted it, and that's exactly a good point, but it just gives you one rubric. Now I'm going to show you something that I've done in the past, because I do want a rubric for each of the assignments that we're doing in the choice board. If you go back into your choice board and you post prompt in here, create, and that's why I actually do like just post prompting a lot better, 5-point rubric for each of the assignments on the choice board. Align to the Texas Science TEKS for 7th grade, and enter. So now I'm getting the Mentos choice board, and then we're being specific assignment rubrics, content and understanding. And then I actually will like to create the options, create the specific assignment rubrics for each option into a separate table. So there's a first table, there's a second table. It's always about editing and push prompting what you want to achieve. And all this, you can copy and paste it. If you copy and paste it here, like select and paste, you can put it into a Word document. And right now, like I said, if we still have the enterprise, you can just go in there and export it. And this is my first two favorite tools. Now, is there any questions about these two, which is the choice board, UDL, rubric generator, or push prompting itself? I don't see any questions on the chat, and I don't hear anybody unmuting themselves. But again, remember, go into the code, and Debbie will share again the Nearpod, because at the end we are doing a raffle. The next two, we have multiple choice quiz and math story world problems. So let's say that I am going to go again into MagicSchool, and let's do the multiple choice quiz. And I am going to grab a Nucella article that my ELA coordinator shared with me earlier, and I believe it was for third grade. So I'm going to do third grade multiple choice quiz assessment. Now, number of questions, I'm just going to do 10, and then I'm going to upload here. I have week 2, the wordy words. And then here, it's the multiple choice quiz. If you're not going to do 10 questions, you can make it less. You can make it more, but I believe that 10 is a good number that you can select whichever questions you feel more appropriate for your students. Now, these questions, you can use them for an entry ticket, an exit ticket. You can just do it for conversations with your students, and it gives you the answer keys as well. Now, one of the things that I do like for example, there was not an area in here to ask about the TEKS. I am going to put in here as a post prompt, please align these questions to Texas TEKS for third grade in reading language arts. Specify which TEK is being used per question, in each question. So now it gives you a detailed information of the specific TEK that you're doing with those questions that were had in there. Now it gives you recognized characteristics of structures of informational text, central idea with supporting evidence, and I believe that this will give you as a teacher, or even if you're building this curriculum, a lot of information, and to back it up onto, is this really what I'm trying to assess or not? Or teach. The next one was math story word problems. Now, a lot of our new curriculum is already built and it's pretty much there. But I really like how this tool provides some questions. And like I said, it could be good for even if you're a specials teacher. Like let's say you're a PE teacher and you want to focus on something in math, but you don't really use the curriculum or have access for the math curriculum, then you can just create third grade level. Let's say we have fourth grade students, and let's do 3 questions. And let's talk about decimal roundup. And then we're gonna want to do here, apply this so it can be used in a PE environment without any materials. I don't know. I like that. Beyonce concert or Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift better than Beyonce. So Taylor Swift concert lasted 3.27 hours. If you were to round up this to the nearest whole number, how many hours would you say the concert lasted? Now, make this, show me or explain ways on how a physical education coach can apply this with his or her third grade students during PE time. Set up different dance stations at the gym. There's a lot of information that you can do. And all this, just thinking on what to ask the AI helps you out a lot. Now, what we do like about MagicSchool is that a lot of the prompting at the beginning is already done for you because that's why they're tools. If you go automatically with Reina, which is the chatbot, you have to be thinking on how to ask and build those parameters. But I do like the post-prompting here because if you want more, then you can always ask for more when you're working on a specific tool. All right, my next two favorite tools is YouTube Video Summarizer and YouTube Video Questions. Those to me are amazing, and you can use them for everything. I did ask for several YouTube videos that were available already in the curriculum, and your math coordinators and specialists were very nice to provide those for me. So I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to start with a YouTube Video Summarizer. And I'm going to grab this science first grade video. Copy it. That is for marking period 1, week 4, day 3. And one of the things that you will know is that if you don't get this green check mark, that means that the video is not able to be summarized or questioned. So when we use it, because we use it a lot here, Debbie and I, for getting the descriptions for our YouTube when we upload them. So it might take a couple of minutes for them if you just upload it. But for this that you're finding already on YouTube, it should come with that green check mark already. Now, you can do the length of what you want for the summarizer. Is it one paragraph, one page? So let's say 500 words. And we're going to generate it. Let's say that you need to provide this to a student. That's a lot of 500 words. I feel like that's way longer than 500 words. Let's just put it into 2 paragraphs. That's more concise. Of course, you can always post prompt and say that this is for 3rd grade students, 4th grade students, 5th grade students. You can change it and translate the document if you want. One of the things that can you please provide this summary in Spanish for students that are barely learning English as a second language and are not able to read English yet. So he created it, summarized it, and then it's giving to you in Spanish. You can always go back and you can post prompt for questions. You can always go back and ask to give you more detail, anything that you can think of. And these are the post prompting things that I told you that comes right now still with Enterprise, but will not come once we don't have it anymore. So could you provide a brief quiz in Spanish to test students understanding the video? Or can you suggest more interactive activities to reinforce the concept of color and size classification? So you can just press play in there and it will provide you those games already. Now, remember that we are on Nearpod. One of my favorite tools or activities in Nearpod is to bring the YouTube video into Nearpod, play it together as a class, and then put questions as you're there and asking them to answer those questions while you're playing. So the YouTube video questions are great for that. And I'm going to grab this YouTube video from let's say social studies has a YouTube video from third graders as well. I'm just going to leave it fourth grade in there, and I'm going to put this one here, and I'm going to ask for 7 questions just so we can have more. Now, if you're doing YouTube questions, you can do free response as well, multiple choice or just true or false. And remember, if you want your TEK aligned, specify what subject, the grade level, and you can always post prompt for TEK aligned. So I just created this little blurb in here, and I'm just going to change, can you create questions aligned to Texas TEKs for social studies for third grade? Which questions aligned to the TEKs? And everything is done for you magically. That's why it's called MagicSchool. Let's go to the next 2 because I am running out of time. I only have 5 minutes. Text leveler and text scaffolder. These sound the same, but are very different. The text leveler will help you bring the student reading level. So you have a passage, and I'm going to grab it here. And let's say that I'm going to bring a science article, which is for contact forces. And I'm just going to upload it as a PDF that they share. And a PDF has images, but it only grabs the text. So this is for third grade. I'm going to bring it and let's put it for 10th grade. So it's going to level it for higher, and let's see, and generate it. I'm going to put it side by side as well. So you can see this is what the original article looks like. Forces are pushes and pull and make move changes in direction. Then it talks about friction and then amount of friction. So this is what it created. Forces are fundamental interactions that can change the state of motion of objects. The vocabulary that it uses, it's more academic. It's more aligned to 10th grade at now. And like I said, you can follow out to post prompting in here. Can you provide example of activities or experiments to help students understand friction better? Or what are some common misconceptions that might happen when we talk about contact forces, and how can we address them? So some can be forces only exist when objects are in motion. Misconceptions that all contact forces are the same. All forces require physical contact. This is really cool, and again, we do want to align it to the Texas TEKs so we know that we're focusing on what we need to. So I'm going to put it here for science, and I'm going to put 10th grade because I believe that's what I put before. This one was for 10th grade, and then it did questions because I put questions, but I should have just asked clarifications aligned to, because I had questions here. Let me just copy it and paste it and change that. And align each TEK for create. Can you align to Texas TEKs and tell me which TEK is used in the misconception? There we go. Now it tells me the TEKs in each of the misconceptions that we were discussing. Make sure that we pay attention when we're post prompting, because I just grabbed what I had typed before and it was for questions, and that's what it was giving me questions. Great. Let's see. Do we have any questions at the moment? So I have 6 minutes. And yet, ladies, that post prompting won't be showing up after Enterprise is gone, but if you know what to ask, then you can post prompt yourself. And the last 2 that I want to show you is text translator, which you can always say put a text translator into just a post prompt as well. But the text translator itself, you can just upload that document and it will translate it. So I'm going to grab the Nucella. No, let me grab the. I had another one for properties. Oh no, I have. Where was it? Kinder Rights and Responsibilities. So this is a new book that Social Studies created for their curriculum. So I want to create it in Spanish. Now, for some of you who don't know, we do serve students that speak other languages other than Spanish and not English. We have a few students at that I just was let know at Long that are Vietnamese speakers and are having issues. Well, the third grade student actually can read Vietnamese. So this can work out for them as well, translating the text for in the meantime. But this is the one that it was created by social studies in English and it just translated in Spanish. Now, if I go back and I do it, let's say I'm going to do the text translator and I'm going to use the Nucella article that Carla shared with me, because I believe that one was third grade, and then I can just put here Vietnamese. And me as a teacher, I can support those students if they're able to read that language. Now, of course, we want them to learn English, but in the meantime, if this is something that they can understand, at least comprehend the context of what we're going to be talking in class, why not support that student? Lastly, but not leastly, my top image generator, linked it with Adobe Express. You will do text to image and it will ask you to connect to your Adobe Express using your Microsoft or Google account. I'm already signed in here, and you can describe anything that you want. So I will say, let's see, create an image that describes the forces of nature. Focus it for elementary students and make it realistic. Now in here you can see reference images. If you have an image that you would like the style to be in or the composition to be in, you can upload images in here. This is the size that you want. If you want it bigger or square, I'm just going to use the square. The content type. Is it going to be automatic, photographic, art? You can always change the styles as well afterwards. So let me generate it as this right now. Let's see what we get for forces of nature. This is actually pretty cool. So it will be art. So I'm going to change it to photo, and that should make it like a photograph instead of just art. So these are, I see wind, I see water. You can add more information in here. Provide, also add forces like hurricane, which I can't spell, tsunami, like, that's there. And while it generates, I'm going to go to the last slide because it's already 4:59. And we need to do that. Look, came out great. Any of this, you can download up, you can change it, you can edit it even more. Again, if you have more questions about this, feel free to reach out to myself and to David Pingle, also David Villarreal. He's also with us here. We'll be more than happy to support you and help you out. At this time, log in with code P9GF7. We're going to be doing the space one, and we're going to play sound on all devices. Let's see who's ready to start this game. Ba-ba-ba-bam, ba-bam-bam.
This is how you can win the door prize. The winner of this game
Come on.
wins the door prize today.
Here again. I'm going to copy the link so it will be easier for all of you to sign up. We really hope that this was helpful, and I am so grateful that we had some of our specialists and sign-up coordinators join. If there's any of you need some more information or you're excited about what we showcased, let us know. We're more than happy to collaborate with you. I have 3. It's already 5. Come on, people. I see some of you already there. I'm going to start the game. I'm going to start with 4. Here we go.
You can still join as the game's going.
Which of my top 10 MagicSchool tools work best for scaffolding? Any text for readers who are behind grade level or extra support? Correct, text scaffolder. Which of my top 10 MagicSchool is good for writing a rubric, an assignment in your class? All of you got it right. Good job. Which of my top 10 is able to adapt for any grade level to fit students' reading level and skills? Very good, a leveler. No, the first one was a little tricky, and I didn't show the scaffold. I think I just skipped it. What the scaffolder does, it provides scaffolds for students without actually changing the reading. Which of my top 10 MagicSchool generates scatty questions aligned to a YouTube video? The last question. How can you save your favorite tools top of your MagicSchool screen? Very good. Here we go. Who is the winner? The winner is Jacqueline Elizondo. Congratulations, Jackie. You will be receiving